Beauties, it's Brittany Alyssa, and today I'm coming to you guys with a real update that a lot of women choose not to share. And I decided, after thinking about it for a long period of time, to come to you guys and be completely honest. I've been gone for a while, I think like a couple of weeks, and last I checked in with you beauties, I was supposed to be getting married. Um, Unfortunately, that did not happen. The person I was supposed to marry, we shared kids in common, and we were together for 5 years. And although being together 5 years and thinking that getting married was the best thing to do, sometimes God has bigger plans for us. But I want to come to you beauties to let you guys know that it is never okay to be physically abused, to be mentally abused, to be emotionally abused. Abuse, period, is not okay. And when you allow someone to do it once, they will continuously do it over and over again. So if you are in an abusive relationship, whether it be physical, emotional, or mental, get out while you can, while you have a chance, while you have your pride, while you have your sanity, while you have your beauty. Get out. Um, for the past 2 years, I have been in an abusive relationship. And me, like any other woman, thinking, oh, okay, it will get better. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe if I try this differently, maybe if I go about it in this angle, things will get better. But the God honest truth is, it never gets better. It gets worse. A part of the reason why I didn't get married is because, long story short, we were broken up. We got back together. He was sick. I stood by his side while he was going through whatever he was going through, and thinking that maybe he finally humbled himself, because we had broke up because he had commitment issues. And I'm thinking, oh, he's sick. Maybe he humbled himself. Now he wants the same things that I want. Let's take it to the next level. We share kids, so it's the best thing to do that we move forward in this next step in our lives. Bad idea. When a relationship is over, usually it's for a good reason. Don't try to go back and force the issue and think that it's going to get better, because usually it does not get better. And in my case, it got better for 2 weeks, and after that it went totally downhill. I got disrespected in front of my children, which is something I can never take back, which is something that I know that is going to stick with them for a very long time. I got disrespected in quiet. I've shed plenty of tears. And honestly, at this point, I feel better for myself, but I'm not going to lie. Last week, I was emotionally drained. I still look a little pale and like drawn out because I haven't been getting much sleep. Because once you realize that you have tolerated so much abuse, it's like, where do you go from there? Like, what do you do? Can you say, okay, I'm going to take it back and be back to my normal self? No, because you've already given so much of yourself to this person for them to be so unappreciative. So beauties, from woman to woman, from teenager to woman, it is never, ever okay. Even if the person's not putting their hands on you, it is never okay for them to call you a bitch. It is never okay for them to call you a hoe, to call you a slut, to call you anything that is not your name. So if your name is Susie, you should be called Susie at all times. If your name is Brittany, you should be called Brittany at all times. If your name is Jackie, your name should be called Jackie at all times. You should never be hey bitch. And once you allow yourself to answer to that, it's going to continuously keep coming. Once someone calls you a hoe, the person you're with calls you a hoe, that's going to continuously be your name, because you've allowed them to get away with it. When you are in that type of situation, you can either do one or two things. I recommend you leave. If you do stay, just know that once you accept it, you're sending a signal that basically says, it's okay for me to call you these things, because you're going to stick around and you're going to deal with it. And honestly, beauties, for 5 years I dealt with this. For 5 long years, since I was 19 years old, I've had to deal with someone abusing me, someone calling me out my name, someone making me feel low about myself, someone telling me I'm not good enough when I tried everything in my power to do what's best. And then when you have kids, it becomes more of a strain because you're allowing your kids to think that it's okay. You're allowing your sons to think it's okay to speak to a woman like that, and you're allowing your daughters to feel that it's okay to be spoken to like that and to accept it because my mom did it. So I had to get out. I've had enough. So that's the reason why I've been gone, because I had to get my shit together and I had to make sure that I'm okay to come back and make vlogs and make videos and make outfits of the day. Because once the makeup comes off, once you're in your house, once you're in your sanctuary where you have peace of mind, reality sets in. So it's not about the lip gloss and the makeup and the MAC and the cute clothes. It's about real life. And that's the reason why I decided to even come to you guys with this. Another thing, if the person's mother thinks that it's okay that their child is disrespectful, that their child is putting their hands on you, and the mother does absolutely nothing, that is a bigger red flag for you to get the fuck out. Because at the end of the day, if my son is putting his hands on someone, if my son is calling another woman a bitch, if my son is calling another woman a hoe, a slut, a grime ball, any name that is not their name, that's a problem. That's not okay. He will not be allowed in my house because no woman deserves to be treated that way, because he has a mother and he has a sister. So why would I allow him to then call another woman out their name if he doesn't speak that way to me or his sister? It's not okay. And at this point, I just want to come to you guys and let you know how real it is. Another thing that I want to talk about is you're in a situation where the family doesn't like you. What do? Do you stay in the relationship? Do you walk away? Do you try to make it work? I'm going to give you two different instances. If the person you're with understands that their family doesn't like you and they stand up to their family and let them know, hey, this is the person I'm choosing to be with, then that's okay, because then you know that you have this person on your side. If the person you're with listens to their family and puts you through that emotional roller coaster, some days they want to be with you, some days they don't want to be with you, depending on what their family says, run, because you're going to be the one left with heartache and issues and the tears. That person is not, because they have their family on their sides. Two, if you're in a relationship, and this person is running back and telling their family members everything, and they have the chit chat in their ear, usually your relationship is doomed, because they're never going to be able to think clearly, because they always have to wonder what this person is going to say about them being with you. And that's when the abuse starts. If their family's calling you bitches and all that and talking bad about you behind your back, what do you think that this person is going to do? Run. I'm human just like you guys are human, and I'm not only going to come to you guys with the glitz and glam of life, because that's not the truth. The truth is, I go through issues just like you go through issues. And again, like I said previously, it took a lot for me to come to you guys and be completely honest, because usually I just come to you guys all pretty and everything, and you guys don't know my life. Now you guys do. This is what it is. And if you feel like you're in a relationship that's headed down the wrong path, get out while you still have a chance, because you may not be able to get 5 years, 6 years, 7 years back, but at least you know that you have your sanity and that you're strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet. And that's about it. So, like I said on my blog, allaboutbeauty101.blogspot.com, I was gone, but I'm back now. Everything's fine, and I'm going to be making videos every other day. So I hope you guys look out for that. Again, you can find me at allaboutbeauty101.com and allaboutbeauty101.blogspot.com. Bye, beauties.